Hello, my dear students. Welcome to mathematics classes for 9th standard. We are doing chapter number 6, lines and angle. This is part number 4, in which we are going to learn about angle sum property and exterior angle property through theorem number 8 and theorem number 9. And then on the basis of these properties and theorems, we are going to solve exercise 6.3 by your Jerry sir. Okay, so let's start the video. So today our topic is angle sum property of a triangle. So we will learn this property through a theorem, that is theorem number 7. And the theorem says that the sum of the angles of a triangle is how much? 180 degree. Now we know very well that in a triangle there are three angles. If we add all three angles, so their sum should come how much? 180 degree. It is according to the theorem number 7. So today we will try to prove this theorem also, because theorem needs what? Proof. So let's prove this theorem. Now we are having a triangle PQR. Just don't look at this dotted lines right now. Just think about this one, black one. PQR. We are having an triangle PQR, in which angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 was given. Now according to theorem, this all angle sum, angle 1 plus angle 2 angle plus angle 3 should come how much? 180 degrees. So we have to prove this thing. Now what we are having? We are having a triangle PQR. What we have to prove? Angle P, that is angle 1, angle Q, that is angle 2, and angle R means angle 3. It all sum should come how much? 180 degree. Now we are doing what? One construction in order to prove this thing. So we have done one construction, that we have drawn a line XY which is going through point P. Okay, and in such that we have drawn this one, that is XPY is parallel to this QR. XPY is parallel to QR. Okay, now start our proof. Now when we have drawn this one, so we found that angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5, when we include all these three angles, so it making what? Pair of linear pair. They are making linear pair. So their sum, one angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5, because they are coming in a straight line, so they are making how much? Sum 180 degree. This is our equation 1 only. Okay, afterwards when we have seen that angle 4, this one, and angle 2, this one, as we have seen that XY is parallel to QR, this XPY is parallel to QR, so this PQ is working as a transversal. This PQ is working as a transversal. So angle 4 and angle 2 will be what? Alternate angles. What? Alternate interior angles. So angle 4 equals to angle 2, and in the same way angle 5 is equals to angle 3, as PY also parallel to QR and PR is working as a transversal. So angle 5 and angle 3 also what? They are also making a pair of alternate interior angles. I have written here the reason. So angle 4 equals to 2 and angle 5 equals to angle 3. Okay, so equation 1 says angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 equals to 180. Okay, and now we will substitute the value of angle 4 and angle 5 in equation 1. So in place of angle 4 what will come? Angle 2 here. In place of angle 5 what will come here? Angle 3. Just check here. Angle 2 in place of this, in place of angle 1 it will remain same, in place of angle 5 angle 3. So angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3 equals to how much? 180 degree. We can write as angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, 180. Now what is angle 1? That is angle P. What is angle 2? That is angle Q. What is angle 3? That is angle R. So angle P plus angle Q plus angle R equals to how much? 180 degree. Just check what we have to prove. We have to prove the same thing. So we have proved this theorem. So we can say that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is how much? 180 degree. Now we are going to learn about one more theorem, that is theorem number 8, which is also based on triangle, but this theorem is based on exterior angle. Let's see. If a side of a triangle is produced, like we have produced here, BC side till D point, then the exterior angle so formed. Which exterior angle is formed here? Angle 4. This is exterior angle, which is not coming inside the triangle, but it is coming outside the triangle. So the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Now if we check angle for exterior, opposite line, this one AB. So which two angles are coming on this line? Angle 1 and angle 3. So these two angles sum will be equals to what? Angle 4, according to the theorem, as you can see. So what we have to prove? Angle 4, this exterior angle should be come equals to what? Angle 1 plus angle 3. Okay, this is the theorem only. Let's prove this theorem. A triangle ABC is given to us, whose side BC is produced to till point D. which is forming angle 4 as exterior angle, or we can say ACD also. ACD also we can say, and angle 4 also we can say. Okay. Now what we have? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. Just in our previous theorem we have learned that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is how much? 180 degree. So we have applied that theorem here. We have written in bracket angle sum property of a triangle. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equals to how much? 180 degree. This is equation first. Now angle 2 plus angle 4, they are also making what? A pair of a pair of linear pair. They are making linear pair. What they are making? Linear pair. So angle 2 plus angle 4 how much? 180 degree. This is equation second. Any doubt? I hope you don't have any doubt. So now angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is also 180, and angle 2 plus angle 4 is also how much? 180, 180, 180. So this is the common one. What left? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 and angle 2 plus angle 4. So after observing equation 1 and 2, we can say that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to what? Angle 2 plus angle 4. So we have written angle 2 plus angle 4 equals to angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. Now when we take this one 2 to this side, so what will happen? This 2 will cut from this 2. So what left? Angle 4 equals to angle 1 plus angle 3. Angle 4 equals to sum of angle 1 plus angle 3. This is only thing we have to prove. So in this way we can say that yes, we have proved exterior angle property here. So theorem number 8 also we have proved. Now we can use these two theorems to solve the questions which are given in exercise 6.3 of NCERT. So let's solve these questions. In exercise 6.3, question number 1, in figure 6.39, as you can see, 3 figures are given. This is the question 1 figure, this is question number 2 figure, this is question number 3 figure. Okay, this is question number 2 figure, this is question number 1 figure. Now see what is given. Side QP and RQ. QP and RQ. It's better if we do this question in our copy, because I have drawn this figure in our copy only. You should just read the question. Side QP and RQ of a triangle PQR are produced to point S and T, as QP is produced to S and RQ is produced to point T respectively. If angle SPR 135 degree and PQT is how much given? 110. Then find angle PRQ. It means this angle we have to find out. Okay, so let's solve this question on copy. Let's check here. SPR given 135, PQT is given 110, and we have to find this angle, that is PRQ. So we have to find angle PRQ. So solution, let's start a solution. SPR plus QPR, this angle plus this angle, what they will make? They will make a pair of linear. So they will make linear pair. So we can add this 135 plus angle QPR equals to how much? 180 degree. Okay, so QPR will remain here, 135 will go that side, so 180 minus 135, which comes how much? Angle QPR 45 degree. So we got our angle QPR, this one, how much? 45 degree. Okay, clear? Now PQT and angle PQR, they are also making a linear pair. Just check this one, this is already given, and this one, they are also making how much? Linear pair. So 110 given, so 110 plus this angle how much? 180. So 180 minus 110 comes angle PQR how much? 70. So we got our this angle also, how much? 70 degree. Now what do we have to find? We have to find this angle, no? So we know very well angle sum property of a triangle. The sum of all the angles of a triangle is how much? 180 degree. So in triangle PQR, angle QPR, this one QPR 45 plus angle PQR, that is 70 degree, plus angle PRQ, which we have to find out, equals to how much? 180. 45 plus 70, 115. PRQ equals to 180 minus 115, which comes 65 degree. Okay, in this way we have solved our first question by using the theorem number 8. Okay, now move to next question. So now question number 2 says that in figure 6.40, it means this figure, angle X here 62 degrees is given, and angle XYZ, this full angle, this is full angle, how much given? 54 degree, this full angle. Okay, full angle, this is full angle, not half, full angle 54 degree. And if YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and angle XZY respectively, then find of a triangle XYZ, then find OZY. It means this angle we have to find out, and YOZ, it means this angle also we have to find out. So this and this angle we have to find out. So let's do on copy. I have made this figure, as you can see here. given angle x 62, xyz is full angle 54 degree, and yo is the bisector of angle xyz. Bisector means which divide the angles into two equal halves. Okay, that is called bisectors. Okay, like 60 is there. What is there? 60. So bisector will divide this 60 into two parts. That is 30 and 30. That is called bisector. Okay. So now this yo is the bisector of angle xyz and zo is the bisector of angle xzy. Okay. Now we have to find this angle. Okay, that is yoz, and ozy, this one angle also we have to find out. So in figure we can see that xyz is a triangle. So in this one, angle x plus angle y plus angle z will be how much? 180. Okay, or we can say angle x plus angle xyz, this full, plus angle xzy, full angle, how much? 180 degree, due to angle sum property. Now this one is given 62, this one is given 54. 62 plus 54 plus angle this, which is not given, how much? 180. 54 plus 62, how much? 116. So we will subtract 116 from 180, so we will get 64 degree. It means this full angle is how much? 64 degree. How much? 64. Okay, 64 degree. Now OZ is what? Bisector, and bisector divide the angle into equal half. So we can say angle OZY is half of angle XZY. And how much angle XZY? Just we have find out 64. So half of 64 is how much? 32. So this is how much? 32. Okay, this interior angle, this one, this much angle, okay, of triangle OYZ, in this angle OZY is how much? 32. In the same way, angle OYZ is also half of angle XYZ, because YO is the bisector. So half of 54 is how much? 27. So we got this angle also how much? 27. Now what left? This one angle. So we can use angle sum property here. Now let's see what we have done. I have written this one half of angle OZY, 64 halves, 32 OZY, and OYZ is half of XYZ, that is half of 54, 27 degrees. So I have shown also. Okay. Now in triangle OYZ, in which we have to find out angle Y. So YOZ plus OYZ plus OZY equals to 180, angle sum property. 27 plus 32 plus YOZ 180. So YOZ will come how much? 27 plus 32, 59. 59 will subtract from 180. So it comes YOZ how much? 121. So in this way we have find the angle what? YOZ, this one. YOZ, this middle angle. Okay. Here we have completed our question number 2. Now question number 3 and question number 4 are very easy questions, so you can try by yourself. Now let's move to question number 5. In figure 6.43, in this figure 6.4, this is the figure of question number 4. We are doing question number 5. If PQ is perpendicular to PS, PQ is perpendicular to PS. That's why they are making 90 degree angle. It is how much? 90 degree. And PQ is parallel to SR, and it is parallel to this line SR. And angle SQR, this angle how much given? 28 degree. And angle QRT, that is exterior angle, how much given? 65 degree. Then find the values of this X and this Y. So let's draw this figure in our copy, then we will solve it. So as you can see, I have drawn that figure in our copy, question number 5. Okay, and I have written what is given to us and what we have to find. So given to us PQ is perpendicular to PS, so angle QPS how much? 90 degree. Okay, PQ is parallel to SR, so angle SQR given 28 and QRT given 65. What we have to find out? We have to find the value of X and Y. So let's start our solution. As PQ is parallel to SR, as PQ is given parallel to SR, it is already given. So we can say this this PS is working as a transversal. Just check. PQ is parallel to SR. This PQ, okay, parallel to SR. This one, okay, and this PS is working as a transversal. It's working as a transversal, we can say. Okay, we can increase both sides, no problem. It's working as a transversal, this one. Okay, PS. Okay, now see. So angle QPS plus PSR. QPS, this one, plus angle PSR. It means this angle plus this angle will make which angle? Co-interior angle, whose sum is how much? 180 degree. So we can write here. We have done here. Just check. Angle QPS, this one, plus angle this full angle is how much? PSR equals to how much? 180. Reason? Co-interior angles. This thing we have learned the property under the parallel lines and transversal. So QP has given 90 degree, and this one QPSR we have to find out, but PSR we can divide in Y plus QSR. We can say Y plus QSR, it becomes what? PSR only, equals to how much? 180. From 180 we can subtract 90 degree angle, as you can see. So angle Y plus QSR equals to how much? 180 minus 90, 90 only. So this is our equation first. Okay. Now see, PQ is parallel to ST also. Okay. And QR is working as a transversal now. Now QR is working as a transversal. So this angle plus this angle will be equal or not? Yes, we can say alternate interior angle. So I have written here angle PQR equals to angle QRT, alternate interior angle. In this way we can say that angle X plus angle 28, that is angle PQR, will be equals to how much? 65 degree. So angle X plus 28 equals to 65 degree. Now 28 will X will remain here, 28 will go right hand side. So 65 degree minus 28, it comes how much? 37. So in this way we have find the value of X, that is 37 degree. Okay. Now angle QRT plus angle QRS, what they are making? Linear pair. They are making linear pair here. So they are sum how much? 180. So angle QRT already given 65. QRS we can find out by subtracting 65 from 180. So we get angle QRS how much? 115. Angle QRS, this inside one, how much? 115 degree. Okay, how much? 115 degree. Now in triangle QSR, because remember what we have to find out? We have to find the value of this X and Y. So now X already we have find out, and Y we have to find out. Okay. So in angle QSR, angle SQR, 28 degree. Okay. QRS, this one, QRS inside one, 115 degree, and angle QSR 180 degree. Okay. So equals to 180 degree. So we can find out angle QSR value, this plus this, 143, subtract 37 degree. We can put this value in which one? Equation first. What is our equation first? Y plus angle QSR is how much? 90 degree. So angle QSR value just we have find out. Angle QSR value 37 degree. So we can put this value in this one. So in place of QSR what will come? 37. So Y plus 37 equals to 90. So Y plus 37 equals to 90 degree. Y goes to 90 minus 37, it comes 53 degree. So in this way we have find the value of Y also, and we have found the value of X also. So where we completed our question number 5 also. So now we are doing question number 6 of this exercise, which is the last question of this chapter also. Just check, this figure is given. In this figure, the side QR of a triangle PQR is produced to point S. It will produce till point S. Okay. If the bisector of PQR, that is QT, okay, and angle PQR and angle PRS, and PRS also having bisector, that is RT. These bisectors QT and this RT are meeting at this point T. Then prove that angle QTR, this angle, is half of angle QPR of this angle. This angle is what? Half of this angle. We have to prove it. So just try to understand this question. I am making this figure in copy also, so that you can understand easily. Just here. Okay, I have drawn this one. So let's prove it. What we have to prove? We have to prove that angle QTR, this angle is half of this angle. Okay, we have to prove this one, half of angle QPR. So in triangle QTR. Now remember, I have explained you that when exterior angle property, that theorem number 8, that theorem we are going to use here. So in angle QTR, TRS is what? It's exterior or not, this angle. For this triangle QTR, TRS is what? It is a exterior angle. Here it is what? Exterior angle. Okay. So QTR, this angle plus this angle TQR will be equals to what? This exterior angle, according to our theorem TRS, according to our theorem number 8. So we can say angle QTR, we will keep it separate because we have to prove this one, because we have to prove that angle QTR is half of this one, no? So we are keeping it separate. So we are moving TQR from left hand side to right hand side. So it will come in minus form. So TRS minus TQR, this is our equation first. Now for triangle PQR, for this angle PQR, okay, PQR, PRS, for this triangle, this one, just hide this one, PQR, this PRS is what? Exterior angle. This one, this full is what? Exterior angle, PRS. Okay, so we have written for triangle PQR, PRS is an exterior angle. Therefore, same property we can apply here also. So QPR plus PQR this angle plus this angle will be equals to this angle, this full angle, that is PRS. So we have written angle PRS. Now angle QPR plus twice of angle what PQR, we are writing what twice of PQR. Why? Just check here. PQR was there, PQR, and what we are writing here, twice of angle TQR. As we have seen that QT is the bisector of this angle PQR. So this QT is dividing this angle, this full angle, into two equal half. This equal to this angle or not. So we can say, if we're talking about this angle, this TQR, angle TQR, it is what? Angle TQR is half of what? Half of angle PQR. We can say or not? This angle TQR, the shaded one, small one, is half, just half of angle PQR. Why? Because QT is the bisector. So when we move this to this side, so it becomes what? Twice of triangle angle TQR equals to what? Angle PQR. So it means in place of PQR we can write twice of angle TQR. So we have written twice of triangle angle TQR in place of PQR. In the same way, PRS, and what is this one? TR is the angle bisector. So we can say it is a twice of angle TRS. Okay. Now as QT and RT are angle bisector, I have explained earlier only. Now angle QPR, this one, and this is twice of angle TQR, we can move to this side. So it will come in minus form. So angle TR, twice of angle TRS minus twice of angle TQR, I have written here. Now this 2 here, 2 here. So we can take this 2 as a common. So 2 I have taken outside, in bracket TRS minus TQR. When you will multiply this 2, so again same thing will come here, this one only. Okay. Now using equation 1, what was our equation 1? Our equation 1 says that angle QTR is equals to what? Angle TRS minus angle TQR. So in place of QTR, what we can write? Angle TRS minus TQR. So in place of QTR, where is QTR? This one. Okay. So TRS minus TQR. TRS minus angle TQR. So in place of this, what we can write? QTR. So in place of this, I can write what? QTR. I have written by using equation 1. So QPR becomes what? Twice of angle QTR. But we have to prove that QTR, this QTR is half of angle QPR. So what I can do here, just check here. QTR I have written here. QTR, what? This QTR remain here. This 2 I have taken this side, left hand side. So QPR it is there. It is in multiplication form here, no? So when it will go that side, so it becomes what? Angle QPR divided by what? 2 equals to what? What left here? QTR. Or I can write this thing as QTR, this one only I have written here, only, no problem, equals to what? Half of angle QPR, because if I multiply 1 into QPR, so this QPR will come upside only. So this thing only I have to prove. So in this way I have proved question number 6. Just pay attention to question number 6 properly, because this sometimes this question students find this question difficult. So here we have completed all the questions given in the NCERT book, and we have completed our chapter number 6. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in chat section. Thank you, students. At last, I just want to say be safe and God bless you all.